pretty nice scenery tonight. It is a Monday night at 8 o'clock, so there's not like, you know, this isn't like a small town in the south where it's dead. But then again, it's a Monday night, so we're gonna give you guys a tour so you guys can see what it's like driving through Fort Myers at night. We thought we got better. Turns out it hadn't even started. I think the second round is when it actually like starts to, like, you actually like, you know, starts to show up. You know what I mean? But it's unfortunate. But anyway, she's recovering. You know, as soon as we get better, we'll both test clean, then we'll hit the road again. Ordering stuff at home has been very disappointing. It seems like the people that do like the DoorDash, they know by the stuff you're ordering if you're sick, and if you're sick, they kind of seem to take advantage of you. Like, this is incredible. Like, this is a Monday night in Fort Myers. This is a Monday night in Fort Myers, bro. Look at this. This is like packed. Not like packed, but come on, dude. Like, there's people out here. You know what I mean? Like, there's life out here. Look at this on a Monday night, bro. That's why I love Fort Myers. Like, if you like, you know, doing stuff and being out and about, where else can you, like, on a Monday night in a town this big? You know what I mean? Like, this ain't Miami. This ain't like, you know what I mean? It's not a, look at this, bro. Like, a Monday night. This is a Monday night in Fort Myers, bro. I love this town. Like, the water, like, if you fill up a bucket in Lehigh, I don't know if it's the house that I'm staying at. Maybe the water filtration system's not the best. But most houses in Lehigh are on well water. And if you're renting, they're not gonna, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're renting, like, I fogged up my windshield with the defroster. The defroster actually frosted my windshield. How's that? The hotel has a, you know, has across the street from the hotel, there's a Walgreens, there's restaurants where I can get stuff to carry out. Bro, there's nothing in Lehigh, and the few things that there are, like for delivery, they're horrible. Like imagine this: we get back, Katie's sick. The only thing that will deliver to our part of Lehigh is Papa John's. A Papa John's out of Fort Myers with like a 2.4 or something on Google reviews. That's pretty bad. That's the only place that will deliver. What street is this? I think this is the one that goes north. Yeah, this goes in the Fort Myers, yeah. 41 north. Yeah, the only place that will deliver. The only place that will deliver is that. A Papa John's. Like, you came like, so we ordered Papa John's and they got our order wrong. And that's exactly what the reviews said they would do. But downtown's behind us. It'll be a nice drive back in. Anyways, Walgreens, they stole the toilet paper and the towels. Okay, so they stole stuff from our order. I called the store back and they're like, oh, you gotta come into the store. I'm like, there's a reason we're ordering to go, lady, for order. So it's like, what is the point of, like, I've tried the DoorDash thing. If I need to go to Walgreens in Lehigh, it takes like 45 minutes round trip. It's unbearable. Like, it's worse than I thought. Like, I thought it sucked, and then I actually moved out here and figured out that it sucks even more. So I don't know if I like the neighborhood. It's the best place I've lived so far, believe it or not. It's better than Alabama, and it's better than where I was at in Naples. But the fact that there's nothing out here, bro. I'm a city person, and that's one thing that I picked up in Naples that I don't think I'm ever going to be able to replace. I am a city person, and I need to have like stuff right there. Like, being out in the middle of nowhere isn't gonna work for me. I've come to that conclusion. It took a while to figure it out, but I figured it out that I'm a city person and I gotta have my city crap. But this is North Fort Myers, the NoFo. The NoFo Mado. And we're gonna cross into Fort Myers here in a second. I like this truck, but I could never go on a out-of-town road trip in it. The gas mileage is so bad. I think we did one trip to Miami and I spent $100 in gas going to Miami, so. And it's weird because I had another truck that was a 6.0 just like this. But that truck, it had the same, I guess it's not, well, it's the same 6.0. But it was a lot more economical than this. This thing is a hog. This thing is an absolute gas hog. And the other one was a 6.0 just like this. So it's kind of weird how they're both 6.0s. Technically should be the same vehicle, but I guess in practice the other one was way more economical. But the other one was a little bit shorter. That's a difference. See, this one's got like a full cab in the back, and the other one had like a half cab, so that might make a difference right there. I love this driving to Fort Myers, y'all. And what's sad is that it's actually like there's buildings over there and there's buildings over here, so it's kind of like when you're driving in with the camera view, you don't get to see the whole thing. You get to see like just dead center, but there's buildings on both sides. It's really gorgeous. Beautiful drive coming in from Myers. Love it. So yeah, this 6.0, man, this thing is a absolute gas hog. That's why when we travel, we've been using the Yukon, and it's okay because we don't want to put, this is a $30,000 truck. I don't want to put, you know, hundreds and thousands of miles on this truck. It's really not practical. It's really not practical to put that many miles on this truck. It really isn't. It's way too many miles to put on a truck that's expensive, so it's better off to just keep burning out the Yukon until it's got 300,000 miles. Which won't be long the way we've been driving. It won't be long before the Yukon's got 300,000. We got it with 110. It's already at 160,000. So we've already put 50,000 miles in a year. That's a lot of miles. We put 50,000 miles on the Yukon in a year, and that doesn't include that in the last year we've put 50,000 miles on the Yukon. Let me see if I can straighten this up. In the last year, right, we've put east. Bad credit, no credit, we'll scam you. Buy here, pay here, die here. So we're on Palm Beach Boulevard, and usually it's pretty lively through here, but the police has been hanging out a lot, and it's been hanging out at the Latino businesses, and most, like 80% of the people out here are like Latino from Guatemala, so they're gonna be terrified to be outside if the cops are out, and well, therefore these businesses, they gotta be hurting right now. I mean hurting, because you know, if the customers are afraid to come out, you know, these businesses, they're hurting right now. The police has been present in the areas. What's going on here? This guy's driving super slow. This guy right here. These businesses, they're hurting right now. All these little restaurants and stuff, they are hurting because the cops have been hanging out, and you know, they're all illegal basically, so they're afraid to be outside. So when the cops are out and about, the people, they don't take chances. They don't want to get sent back to Guatemala, so it's pretty bad for the businesses, I'll tell you that much. It's like choking your own city. I don't understand it. It's just a complicated situation. On one end, I don't know. And me here, I want to buy a house in this area eventually. So it would benefit me if they all left, because then housing would be more affordable in theory. But that's not how it works, because that's already happened here like 3 or 4 times, and all it does is it turns, you know, investors buy them up, and then it just turns the area into more of a slum than what it was before. And that's what happened in Bonita. In Bonita, you know, they got rid of it was mostly a Mexican population there before, and they got rid of that. And then now it's Guatemalans, and all it did was just create a vacuum that investors swallowed up. It wasn't like people bought, like if people bought those houses that were residents and citizens and legal, then it would make sense, but that's not what happened. Investors bought it up. So if this area here in Fort Myers, it's better for this area to be all illegals who go to work every day than for it to be like, you know, rentals and crap, and people start moving from other cities with all their drugs and problems. Because these people, they're not criminals for the most part. They're not addicts. They're just people who work like animals because they got 5 kids to feed, you know. So they're not out robbing. They're not out like doing bad stuff. If this area here in Fort Myers were transplants from other places, this would be, I wouldn't come through here at night, you know. I'm not saying it's good at night now, but it's not going to be better. Who knows what's going to happen to this little strip of Fort Myers, but the police is definitely clamping down on illegals. And I don't know what's going to happen. The police is clamping down on them, and if they leave the area, it's going to leave a vacuum behind, which will probably be swallowed up by investors. And then it will get even worse. I don't see it helping. Because I'm not going to buy a house. Even me, like who's from the hood and from out here and whatever, I ain't buying a house out here in this area. I ain't buying it. So who's going to buy these houses? Investors. You know? I don't know. It's a tricky situation they got here in Fort Myers. There's no solution to these problems. But, I mean, you come out here at night, it's 8 o'clock on a Monday. And you see people out here just coming back with all. Where are you putting that stuff? Like, look at this guy. 8:20 on a Monday. And he's got a concrete mixer behind a work van. You know? Unless he stole it and he's taking it back to Lehigh. No, he's working. Look, he's working. 8:30 on a Monday, he's working. Mixing concrete. You know what I mean? And there's 3 guys in the van. I just looked in there. They're working. If it's one guy, you can say he's going somewhere. There's 3 people in that van. I looked when they passed him. I could see 2 phones glowing in the driver's, so that's 3 people. They're working. 8:30 on a Monday, they're out working. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Either way, like, I looked at houses in this neighborhood, and I'm really glad I didn't move in here. I'm glad. I would rather pay rent and be out there and somewhere nicer than to pay off a house here and then be stuck here, you know? Because it's crazy out here. Like, Katie was picking up, there's a Guatemalan restaurant right here on the left. It's called Doña Juana. Katie was just picking up food there not that long ago. She took it to go. Right there on the left, Doña Juana. Very good. On Palm Beach and 75. That should give you an idea where it's at. Very good Guatemalan food if you want to try something different. And I don't usually like Guatemalan food, but they're good. Most of the time when I try Guatemalan food, it's not to my liking, but they're good. It's the first Guatemalan restaurant that I actually like. Well, anyways, Katie's there. We ordered to go. This was like a while ago. We ordered to go. Katie went in there to get it, and I was kind of a little worried because it's kind of hot. Usually when we take to go from the hood over here, I'm the one that has to go get it. You know, I try not to let Katie do stuff like that too much because, you know, I don't want to put her in bad predicaments. But just sure enough, she went to get it at night, and it was a to-go order. And she ended up seeing there's people fighting in that parking lot, like homeless people fighting. So, yep, that's usually how it goes. Welcome to Florida. A Cadillac going 20 miles an hour in the fast lane. That's Florida. But see here, there's on the left here, there's like mobile home parks. So they're probably like Canadians or like Minnesotans that are like 90 years old, come to Florida snowbird. So yeah, that's Florida for you.